All right, guys, I'm about to start laying down the epoxy in the garage. I did wire up the LED strip lights last night to give me a lot more light in here, which it definitely does. These are 5000K, 5500 lumen strip lights. I can put a link down below. It's neat how they link together, have low wattage draw, and you can connect 6 of them at a time. They're 4-foot links, so plenty of light in here now. And then as far as the epoxy goes, I'm using a product that I've used in the past with really good luck. It's the Rustoleum EpoxyShield. I've used their rock solid, but had issues with it in the past, so I'm gonna stick with something that I know works pretty good. So this is the light gray. However, I'm not really a big fan of the chips that it comes with, or the flakes. They have a blue in it and not really liking that a lot. So I picked up this stuff. It's Domino with 3% holographic, and it's kind of got these little flecks of glitter in it that look pretty cool when the light hits it a certain way. So yeah, I got 50 pounds of that, so it should be good for a medium. Well, that could do a full broadcast in here, but I'm just doing like a medium to heavy broadcast. Then I picked up these epoxy rollers, got some chip brushes, stir rod, little paint tray, and the rest of the stuff. So I went ahead a few days ago, since it's a little cool outside, went ahead and acid etched the concrete. And I'm glad I did, because it was pretty smooth to the touch before, but now it's got a little bit rougher of a texture. I guess it's like a citric acid that eats the top layer of the concrete off, or at least does a good job of roughing this up. It's not like sandpaper, but you can, if you listen, you could definitely tell there's now a rougher texture to it than before. When it was pretty smooth, my hand would kind of glide over it. So I used a squeegee, I brushed everything, and then I squeegeed all the water out, waited a few days for it to dry up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So once I get done applying this stuff and do my broadcast of the flakes, wait 24 hours, and then I'll apply the high gloss clear on top. So let's get to it. It's day 2 now. As you can see, the epoxy is set up enough to where I'm walking on it without an issue, and I can go ahead and put the high gloss clear coat over the top of it. And right now, I'm just sweeping up the excess broadcast and vacuuming it up. That way I have a nice clean slate to roll over with the clear epoxy. So I'm gonna get to that real quick, but I'm really happy with how it's turning out so far. Looks really neat. Even under LED lighting, it looks even better when the sun's hitting it. So hopefully I'll get some cool shots of that. But nice, even broadcast across the board. Out of the 50 pounds of flake that I ordered, I used less than 10 pounds. So that was for a medium to heavy broadcast, but a full broadcast probably would have taken somewhere between 12 and 15 pounds total. But yeah, I bought this stuff because I know I'm gonna be doing a couple other projects, and when I get my little shop space, I'm gonna be doing the floor there too, so that worked out perfect for me. But if you have like a standard 2-car garage, less than 10 pounds, probably like somewhere between 5 and 7 pounds is more than enough to do a medium to heavy broadcast. Also, I'm wanting to save you guys some money and a little bit of a headache. There are 2 different places that sell this stuff, and their prices differ wildly. The first place is called Concrete Floor Supply, and they sell this stuff for $50 for a 5-pound bag of glitter flake. And it's the same exact stuff. It's called Domino with 3% holographic, but they just change up their numbers, even though the numbers are still similar. You'll see a common trend. It'll have 411 and 2020 in it, even though the letters leading up to it change. So it's exactly the same stuff. They're getting it exactly from the same place, but they're marking it up a lot. So the place I went with is called Colored Epoxies. For the same 5-pound bag, it's only $6 and some change. So I went with them. I ordered 50 pounds and pretty much got 50 pounds of this stuff for what it would have cost for 5 pounds from the other place. And also, I called Concrete Floor Supply on the phone, and the lady was super rude. I was like, are you sure the price is right? Because over here, she's like, nope, that's our price. And then pretty much hung up on me. So definitely not doing business with those folks. It's the next day, and the clear top coat has set up enough for me to walk on it. And I must say, I'm really happy with how it turned out. The consistency in the broadcast and the sheen level is exactly what I was looking for. And honestly, as a DIYer, not doing this for a living, I don't think I could have really made it any better. So, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that do this for a living that could get this whole thing looking perfectly iced over and just reflective. You can see yourself in it. But just for me, a regular guy, I think I did a pretty good job. I did have this little moth kamikaze himself into here last night. I kind of swept his body off already, but I'll have to wait 72 hours to scrub the rest of them off. No big deal. And for the walls, I'm using a Sherwin-Williams paint. It's like a grayish color. It's called Mindful Gray. I'm gonna do that on these walls right here. Use a nice white trim base all the way around, match the door, and then do a white ceiling as well. And this morning was actually really cool. So the sun rises over here in the east in this corner, and it travels along this path and sets over in the west. And there's a window between like 7 and 12 where it's just beaming in. And the colors this morning, I have to tell you, man, it was popping so hard off of these little glitter flakes. Now it's dusk, so the ambient light's not really enough to get these things to pop, but man, I'll tell you, this morning it looked really cool. And then the tube lights do a good job of dispersing the light throughout here too. So, you know, overall, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So let's get some close-ups of this actually. Here's what it looks like with just my outside lights on. It's dark outside, obviously no garage lights. See all the cool shimmering effects of the flake when it's dark like this. Hopefully this helped you guys determine what products you're gonna use for your project. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.